Against the death penalty. There has been a rapid decline in the support of the death penalty as of recently. As stated in Article 2 Americas by Emily Bazelon, while the death penalty remains legal in 32 states, actual death sentences and executions are concentrated in a small and shrinking number of them. Though it is legal in those 32 states, the actual use of capital punishment is shrinking. This is probably caused due to the growing discomfort of the use of capital punishment. The discomfort for capital punishment is due to the fact that capital punishment is wrong, in which now it is argued that it should be abolished completely. Capital punishment can be cruel and unusual. Take lethal injection into consideration. This type of execution is under major scrutiny and question if it really is right to use it. Provided by NoDeathPenalty.org, on December 13, 2006, Angel Nieves Diaz was the victim of a botched execution so terrible that it led Florida's Republican governor and the death penalty enthusiast Jeb Bush to issue an executive order halting executions in the state. Technicians inserted the needles wrong to Diaz's arms, causing the man to undergo 34 minutes of pain until he finally succumbed to the injection. It can be argued that no one, no matter how bad the crime, should undergo a punishment such as the one Diaz went under. Although it was a mistake made, it really clears up exactly what the poison does to a person. Even still, there was another incident involving lethal injection. From article There's No Humane Way to Carry Out the Death Penalty by Eugene Robinson. In the state of Oklahoma, convicted murderer Clayton Lockett underwent 43 minutes of agony due to an untested cocktail of drugs. He was writhing in distress and attempted to speak multiple times before he died due to a heart attack. Due to the horrific scene of Lockett's execution, other executions scheduled for the same day were postponed. As stated before, there is no humane way to carry out capital punishment. Not only is capital punishment cruel, but it also takes away the person's right to life and loses the opportunity for a second chance. The use of capital punishment fails to recognize the potential change in character the guilty person could have. According to the death sentence, some people are beyond redemption. But this is not the case for all of them. Many convicted felons have transformed their lives in spite of the living conditions behind bars. From NoDeathPenalty.org, while on death row, Stan Tookie Williams, a former leader of the notorious Crips gang in Los Angeles, renounced his past and wrote a series of anti-gang books geared towards youth. Williams became a role model to young students with his message against gang-related crimes, urging students to stay away from the gang life, and making more of a difference for the decreasing of gang violence than a legislative act. But rather than being recognized for the good deeds he was doing, Williams was still executed in 2005. The death penalty takes away a convicted person's chance at a second chance in society and the chance to make a difference if possible. Capital punishment is meant to deter crime, but in truth that is not the case. Deterrence is the main objective of the death penalty, but there really is no correlation between the two. As mentioned in article Deterrence from DeathPenaltyCurriculum.org, the overwhelming conclusion from years of deterrence studies is that the death penalty is at best no more of a deterrent than a sentence of life in prison. Some criminologists believe that the death penalty may even have an opposite effect on criminal actions, brutalizing society and increasing the likelihood of more murder to occur. In the United States, states that do not employ the death penalty have lower murder rates than the states that do. Stated in the article, The Case Against the Death Penalty from American Civil Liberties Union.org, a punishment can be an effective deterrent only if it is consistently and promptly employed. Capital punishment cannot be administered to meet these conditions. The death penalty is not working as deterrence. Life in prison could do a more substantial job in that area. If the death penalty is not working as it should, then there is no reason to keep it. Overall, the death penalty is cruel punishment and takes the right of life away from a person. The convicted person has the ability to make a change, and the death penalty takes that opportunity away from them. It does not have a deterrence factor at all. In general, the death penalty holds no real meaning towards the justice system and should be abolished.